Dianabol. It is an oral anabolic steroid known scientifically as methandrostenolone. Created in 1958 by an American doctor named John Ziegler to help Olympic weightlifters beat the Soviets, it works by drastically boosting how much nitrogen your muscles can hold. You take a pill and your body ramps up protein synthesis almost instantly. During the golden era of bodybuilding in the 1960s and 70s, guys took it regularly. Arnold Schwarzenegger openly admitted to using it under a doctor's care back when it was perfectly legal. The visible effect is a massive, rapid increase in muscle size and raw strength, along with heavy water retention that gives the muscles a thick, full look. Even though regulations tightened and it was banned decades ago, Dianabol remains the original blueprint for oral mass builders today. Winstrol, also known as stanozolol, this is an anabolic steroid bodybuilders use when they need to shed water. When an athlete takes it, the compound binds to androgen receptors, but refuses to convert into estrogen. This process actively flushes excess fluid from under the skin while protecting lean muscle tissue. As the water drains away, the skin wraps tightly around the muscles. This creates a very dry, hard, and vascular look right before a contest. Every single muscle fiber and vein suddenly pops out. This extreme conditioning effect made it famous, but also led to the 1990 Arnold Classic drug testing fiasco. Professional bodybuilder Sean Ray won the show, but he tested positive for Winstrol and lost his title. Today, it still matters because competitors rely on it to achieve that final, paper-thin appearance. Decadurabolin. It is an injectable steroid commonly known as nandrolone. Bodybuilders take it during the off-season to pack on muscle. It also pulls fluid into your connective tissues. This lubricates your joints and takes away the aches from lifting heavy weights. You get a bigger, fuller physique without feeling constantly beat up. But there is a major catch. When sports organizations introduced strict drug testing in the 90s, athletes quickly learned this drug sticks around. Nandrolone metabolites can trigger a positive urine test up to 18 months after your last shot. Countless professional athletes suddenly failed tests because they thought the drug had cleared their system. Today, it still remains a staple for adding mass and soothing joints, but only for people who never plan to take a drug test. Exogenous testosterone. Exogenous testosterone is simply synthetic testosterone that you introduce into your body from the outside. It serves as the foundational building block for almost every single bodybuilding cycle. Naturally, your body produces testosterone and another hormone called epitestosterone in roughly equal amounts, maintaining a 1-to-1 ratio. When you inject synthetic testosterone, your testosterone levels shoot up, but your epitestosterone levels stay exactly the same. This completely throws off the natural ratio in your urine. This skewed ratio is exactly what drug testers look for. During the 1990 Mr. Olympia, organizers implemented strict testing using this exact testosterone to epitestosterone ratio. It caught numerous competitors completely off guard, forcing many to either drop out or step on stage looking noticeably smaller. Today, testing this ratio remains the primary way sports organizations catch baseline steroid use. Trenbolone. Trenbolone is an incredibly powerful synthetic steroid originally designed to beef up cattle before they go to slaughter. In the 1990s, bodybuilders started extracting the hormone from veterinary implant pellets. Once it gets into the human bloodstream, it bonds directly to muscle receptors at a rate 5 times stronger than regular testosterone. It forces the body to retain nitrogen and drastically blocks stress hormones that normally break down tissue. The visual shift is extreme. It strips away underskin water, leaving a dry, paper-thin skin look over impossibly dense, grainy muscles that define the 1990s bodybuilding era. But it also causes severe night sweats, rapid heart rates, sudden fits of coughing, and deep mental paranoia or aggression. Today, athletes still chase its unparalleled muscle-building power, willingly risking severe heart and organ damage just to achieve that massive physical look. Human growth hormone. It is a synthetic version of a naturally occurring substance that regulates our height and muscle development. In the bodybuilding world, athletes use it to blast right past their natural genetic limits. When injected, the hormone signals the body to multiply muscle cells, not just make existing ones bigger. But the hormone does not just target muscles. It targets everything. If taken in large amounts over time, internal organs like the intestines actually grow. This creates a visible effect known as an HGH gut, where a lean bodybuilder develops a strangely bulging stomach. The drug became so popular that even actors jumped on board. In 2007, Sylvester Stallone was caught in Australia with 48 vials of an HGH brand called Gintropin in his luggage. Today, authorities constantly test for these compounds because the permanent damage they cause remains a serious health risk. Insulin. This is a peptide hormone naturally produced by your pancreas to regulate blood sugar. In the hardcore bodybuilding world, it is used as the ultimate nutrient driver. After a grueling workout, guys will inject insulin to force-feed their muscles. It shuttles massive amounts of carbohydrates and amino acids straight into the muscle cells, creating explosive growth and a completely full look. But the physical effects go beyond just huge biceps. Combined with growth hormone, heavy insulin use thickens the internal organs. This pushes the abdomen outward, creating the controversial bubble gut look you see on modern stages. Despite looking invincible, these athletes are playing a deadly game. If they miscalculate their carbohydrate intake by even a small margin, their blood sugar crashes. This sends them straight into a severe hypoglycemic coma, making insulin one of the most lethal compounds used today. Clenbuterol. It is an asthma medication originally designed to open up restricted airways. Bodybuilders quickly figured out it does something else. When you take it, the drug stimulates your central nervous system and raises your core body temperature. Your metabolism kicks into overdrive, forcing your body to burn stored fat just to cool down and regulate itself. This rapid fat loss melts away soft tissue, leaving the skin looking paper thin as it pulls tightly over the muscles. The result is a deeply shredded and vascular appearance, but pushing the body to this extreme is highly destructive. In 1996, professional bodybuilder Andreas Munzer died from severe organ failure. His autopsy revealed almost zero subcutaneous fat and a heavily damaged liver caused by a massive cocktail of drugs, including clenbuterol. Today, it remains widely used in fitness circles, proving exactly how far people will push their health just to look perfectly lean. Lasix and diuretics. These are water-expelling drugs that bodybuilders take right before a competition. They force the kidneys to flush massive amounts of fluid out of the system. The result is that paper-thin, deeply shredded look on stage. Every single muscle fiber and vein pops out because there is absolutely no water left under the skin. But this level of dehydration pulls water right out of the blood and vital organs. The risks are catastrophic. In 1992, top competitor Mohamed Benaziza died of heart failure hours after a show because his body was drained completely dry. 2 years later at the 1994 Arnold Classic, Paul Dillett literally froze on stage, trapped in full-body cramps so severe he had to be carried off. Diuretics remain the most dangerous part of contest prep today because the line between winning and organ failure is practically invisible. Synthol. This is a site enhancement oil used by some bodybuilders to artificially inflate lagging muscle groups. Instead of building actual muscle tissue, the user takes a syringe and injects this oil directly into the muscle belly. The oil sits deep inside the tissue, expanding it from the inside out. This causes the muscle to swell up, often creating a smooth, balloon-like appearance that completely lacks natural definition. Famous figures like Rich Piana faced massive public scrutiny for visibly using these oils to boost their arm size. But the practice is incredibly dangerous. In the year 2000, pro bodybuilder Milos Sarkev nearly died when a synthol injection accidentally hit a vein. The oil traveled to his heart and lungs, causing severe respiratory distress. It remains a grim reminder of the extreme risks people take just to project an illusion of size. DNP. DNP, or 2,4-dinitrophenol, is an industrial chemical originally used to make explosives during the First World War. In the 1930s, people realized it could make you lose weight fast, so it became a popular diet pill before being banned. When someone swallows it, DNP messes with the cells in the body. It forces your metabolism to run at absolute maximum speed. Instead of turning food into useful energy, the cells just waste it all as pure heat. This literally cooks the person from the inside out. Their temperature skyrockets, they sweat heavily, and their organs eventually shut down. Once the process starts, doctors simply cannot stop it. Even today, desperate bodybuilders and dieters still buy DNP illegally online, leading to tragic, unstoppable deaths. Anadrol. Anadrol is an oral steroid known medically as oxymethylone. It was originally developed in 1959 to treat severe anemia by massively boosting red blood cell production. When bodybuilders take it, the drug forces the body to hold on to nitrogen and pack the muscles with blood and water. Because it comes in pill form, it has to pass through the liver, making it incredibly toxic to your organs. The physical result is rapid, extreme weight gain. Muscles balloon up almost overnight, looking full and heavily pumped, while overall strength levels shoot through the roof. This made it a favorite tool during the 1990s, when massive competitors used it heavily for off-season bulking to push past normal human limits. It remains relevant today because, despite the severe liver toxicity and heavy water retention, almost nothing else puts on raw size and strength as quickly. Halotestin. It is an oral anabolic steroid originally created in the late 1950s to treat men with low testosterone. In the bodybuilding world, it is not used to build mass. Instead, competitors take it for only 2 to 4 weeks right before a show. The chemical severely spikes androgen levels without converting to estrogen. This rapid spike triggers immense central nervous system stimulation and intense physical drive. On stage, this creates a very specific, ultra-lean look. The muscles appear incredibly dense, dry, and grainy. It pulls the physique together into something that looks like carved stone. However, the drug is legendary for its dark side. It is highly toxic to the liver and severely alters mood, earning a reputation as pure rage in a pill. Because of this, it remains a dangerous, niche tool strictly for the final days of contest prep. Masteron. This is the brand name for drostanolone, a steroid originally developed back in 1959 to treat inoperable breast cancer. Because it was designed to actively lower estrogen in the body, bodybuilders realized it had a very specific use. You do not use this drug to pack on massive size. Instead, competitors take it in the final weeks of a diet when their body fat is already sitting in the single digits. It works by flushing out subcutaneous water and stopping the body from converting testosterone into estrogen. This pulls the skin incredibly tight against the muscle. It gives the physique a dry, grainy, and chiseled look that judges want right before a competitor steps under the stage lights. Even though it offers zero performance benefits for actual strength, athletes still risk failing doping tests for it, simply to carve out those final cosmetic details. Equipoise. It is a synthetic anabolic steroid originally cooked up for veterinary medicine. In the 1950s, scientists developed it specifically to treat overworked horses, helping them regain weight and improve their overall condition. When bodybuilders get their hands on this horse drug, they inject it into their muscles to trigger a massive spike in appetite. This ravenous hunger lets them pack away the huge amounts of food needed to grow. As the drug builds up in the system, it also dramatically increases red blood cell production. This forces thick, rope-like veins to push right up against the skin, creating an intense, highly vascular look. Because it is attached to a slow-releasing ester, the drug stays anchored in body fat. This notoriously long detection window can last up to 18 months, which still routinely traps modern athletes who try to slip it past drug tests. Nubane. Nubane is a highly addictive, injectable synthetic opioid painkiller. Back in the 1990s, bodybuilders figured out they could use it to numb their bodies completely. Instead of resting when a tendon flared up or a muscle tore, guys would shoot up Nubane and head straight to the gym. It blocked out the severe pain of lifting massive amounts of weight. The visible effect was shocking. You had massive competitors pushing through catastrophic joint injuries like they felt nothing at all. But the drug grabbed hold fast. The physical dependency quickly took over, causing guys to lose their physiques and their money. It fueled a rampant addiction epidemic that derailed the promising careers of top professionals like Craig Titus. Today, the Nubane era stands as a dark reminder of the destructive lengths people will go to just to get bigger.